Hi guys, my name is Mr. Rysz, and I'm going to be your computer science essentials teacher this year at Lancaster High School. I made a video here just to introduce you to the computer science essentials class, and I got a PowerPoint to help you learn about it. So let's get that started here. Slideshow from the beginning. Here we go. So this is Project Lead the Way class. It's computer science essentials. I am Mr. Rysz, and the room is room 508, right in the back corner here. So what is this class? So Computer Science Essentials, the students will use visual and block-based coding to create apps and develop websites and learn how computers work and put things together in practice. So this is all block-based. So the coding that we will be doing is not like texting or anything like that. We're going to be clicking and dragging things together to pretty much make apps. We will use majority of MIT App Inventor. So that's a free website online that you can access on your CHROMEBOOK. It will work well. We'll take our time with it, and it will only work on Android apps. So that's what we do. And then later on in the semester, we will use Vex 5 coding. Now, if this is a first semester class, you might not be able to do that because it's going to be a lot of in-person coding that you can only do on the laptops, and you wouldn't be able to do on your Chromebook. So I might just make a different assignment for that. But that is really fun. We get to make the robots move and just determine how they go. So the goal of this class is to develop an understanding and ease to transition to text-based coding, which is what professional coders use. So this is all very simple. You actually can make apps that work. There'll be some limitations to it, but it's really nice. So first off, what is MIT App Inventor? So you guys can read through this here, but MIT App Inventor is a block-based coding, so you can see pictures of the blocks that you can click and drag to actually make working, functioning Android apps. Now, it's very stripped down, so it's pretty limited of what you can do, but you can actually still do quite a bit with it, so that's kind of weird. You're not going to be able to make an app that, well, I guess technically you can, but you're not going to be making the next Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or anything like that on this app. But you can make software, you can make very simple games on it that you can use on your phone, and you can save them like that. It's really good. We're going to go through the basics of different types of coding, what's a variable, counters, things like that, doing elif statements, and we'll learn the fundamentals to coding. All right. Vex 5 coding is our robots, and those use a visual sensor to drive through. Now you can see the coding over here is a little bit more complicated. You can go text-based on it, or you can go to block-based, but you will code the robots to do certain actions. They will first be fundamentally things just like following a line, but then we can actually have the code to make the robot see certain objects and react differently. So that would be like the end of the year overall project. Okay. So what I've done here is giving you guys survey results of students who have taken this class to let you guys know what their thoughts of and whether you should take this or not. So first question here was whether you recommend another student to take this course. And you can see this course becomes highly recommended. Only a few of the kids that answered said they were neutral, and none of them had a negative response to it. The next question was how will you describe the difficulty of the class? You can see it's almost a little bit of a shift down of what they've answered before. So this class, even though it became highly recommended, few of the students thought it was easy. Most kids thought it was somewhere in the middle, not easy, not difficult. And then some students thought it was difficult. So the one thing about this class, it is a project-based class. So I'm not going to be going through and just showing you guys how to do the assignments. More likely, this will be asking you to practice, have an idea, develop your idea, plan through your idea. The whole learning and development process is key to anything that's in project-based learning. And so you'll actually get graded on more points of what was your overall goal of the project and what did you learn from it, then how well does your project actually perform. So that'd be something that'd be new to some of you guys, and some of you guys will actually find that pretty nice. So the rules in this class, here we go. Make sure you're on class in your time. If you need to use the restroom, see me beforehand. Don't just wait till we get started to go. Use appropriate language. Sometimes coding can get difficult. You might want to use a couple special words to describe how you're feeling. We're going to keep those all appropriate. Make sure your phone's away during instructional time. Now, when we come to testing, if you have an Android device and you want to just use that on your own, that's fine. I have several students that do that because the tablets are kind of getting a little dated. They may not be the quickest of things, so you might find it a little bit easier to use your phone. Be kind and respectful for others. Sometimes we'll be working in pairs and you might not like the way that they're setting up the ELF statements, or they might not be dragging the blocks in a different order than you would. Just understand that you guys probably have the same idea. There's just different ways to do that. And it's good to learn the different ways. And then no foods, especially when we have the robots out. Those are very sensitive. They're very expensive. Can't have those out, and everything else with safety concerns. We can't have food. All right, so technology rules. Make sure that your laptop or tablet, we do have a laptop cart, so if you'd rather use a laptop, that's fine, than your Chromebook. You are using just your laptop, and if you have a problem with that laptop, let me know. I will see who was the last person assigned to that laptop, and I will talk to them, and any consequences will come from there. Do not try to explore too much during instructional time. And now it's good if you have an idea to test it out quickly, but as I'm teaching something, don't have it out. Like, basically, make sure you're paying attention when it's come. You'll have plenty of time throughout this class to explore and try different things. Sometimes I'll encourage that too if you get done quickly, but try not to do that while I'm explaining the lesson. All right, what do you need to bring to class? Your Chromebook. Obviously, this is a big app making class. This is all technology. Make sure you have your technology and it's charged. Have a pencil, a pen, or something to write with. So when we're doing brainstorming, you have a notebook to jot down. 3 reminders is kind of helpful to do that. Flash drive will be nice, especially when we do the VEX coding, but everything you guys can do will most likely be web-based in this class. So you won't need to save that unless you are actually trying to go a little bit further and turn an app into an actual functioning app on the web store. Okay. So where do grades come from? I'll just put these all on here. Basically, we'll have our formative assessments. So as we work through a unit, we'll have assignments from each one that you guys will have to turn in. So say we're making an app. First thing I want to do is, like, do you have the layout? So I'll have you guys turn that in. Okay, you got the layout. So that might be the first day's classwork assignment. The next, okay, well, did you have a menu that can print out? Okay, so you have a foldable menu that retracts or comes back. Okay. Next, okay, is there a total? Is there a sum that actually adds up as you click buttons? So those are things that we'll be breaking down. Your summative assessments will be the completion of that app. So we will have some projects too. The projects will be not everybody making the same app, but you create your own. Okay, what's your idea for the app? What are you going to do? And then we have, well, just semester exams, because this is a semester class. And we'll have a final version of what you guys will do and work on. So grades, pretty much I tally up how many points you got and divide that by how many total points there are, and that's your percent. I do not weight anything, so I do not say, like, all right, this unit's going to be worth 20% of the points and this unit's going to be worth 30% of the points. Nope. The units that we spend more time on are going to be worth more points because we're doing more things. So that's where your grade comes from. There will be homework in CSE. So if you do not have the technology at home, make sure you have plans to use that. So that's going to be a big thing this year, especially when we're on the split model. Make sure that you are at home doing the work ahead of time, or you're working and you're looking, you know what to do. So when you come into class, you can test the device. If you do not have an Android device at home to use, make sure that you come in class prepared to use that time, okay? It's not going to be beneficial at all if you don't do anything at home on that day and then you come in the next day without anything prepared. So just kind of keep that in mind. Classwork policy, so I will pull this all up on here. We will be using Canvas Learning Management System to monitor all of our classwork. You'll see the classwork will have due dates. So as we're working through a unit, like making a restaurant app, you might see different due dates for, okay, is the layout set up? Should be due Monday? Is the menu button due on Tuesday? So those are all days that you should be doing, okay? You should be on pace for that. That's the due date. The last acceptance date is the last day that you can turn an assignment in without being deducted any points. So you can turn the menu in the day before the test, even though that was the second thing you should have gotten done. You can turn that part in the day before it's due. But if you wait till after it's due to turn in, after the whole app is due, if you wait till then, it's going to be a 0. So the due date that you see on Canvas is the day you should be getting the assignments done. The last acceptance day, which will be a notification on Canvas, or I will let you guys know through Google Classroom as well, is the last day that you can turn an assignment in. So those are things to watch out for, especially if you are a procrastinator. If you fall behind, that's okay. Just can't fall behind for too long. Okay, so here's the big thing that we need to talk about, what's going to be new this year with everything going on in 2020. All right, so first off, we will follow the mask and social distance mandates. I am not wearing my mask right now because I am alone in this room, but I will always have my mask on if you see me in here. So I will have my mask, and we will have social distancing going on. The desks are already spaced out. Now I do have rolly chairs, so please do not roll your chair closer to the other desk to eliminate the 6 feet apart. We pretty much have several desks in here, 13, and we're optimizing the space as we can. Okay, here's another thing. For my personal kind of thoughts on this, I will not be handing out any work or collecting. I don't want to take anything from me, give it to you, or vice versa. I don't want to take anything from you, give it to me and take it back. So all printed off things will be available for you in the back of the room. They'll be sorted out by days. I might have to do that a little bit differently. Actually, I'll just split the copies because some people will be here on Tuesdays, some people here will be Wednesdays. And those will be there for you. So if you want a copy of the notes so you can handwrite on, you can grab those. I'm not going to be handing them out. They'll be in the back. I will try to print these off well in advance so they have plenty of time to just sit in the back, do their thing. All right, here's the big thing. Other teachers might not be doing this, but I will be doing this, and I will be doing this until we are away from the hybrid model. I will not be leaving my bubble around my desk. Please have the common courtesy to respect my decision for this. I need to protect myself and my family first. Without getting into too much details, I have my own personal health problems that concern me when it comes to anything related to COVID. My wife has some personal health issues, and it's something we don't want to mess with. We have family and other friends that we look after and take care of, and so please respect our time during this. It's going to be different. It's going to be hard, but hopefully you can understand where I'm coming from. So I will not come out to you and help you out, sit next to you if you have a question. We're going to have to learn a new way to answer that. So I will answer the questions as best I can from my desk. Now, if you ask me something and you're just loud enough and it's something simple and quick that I can just answer, like, hey, can I go to the bathroom? Yeah, you can go. You don't have to send me an email. But if something like, hey, I don't understand this, we can set up a Zoom session to help you out. I hope you understand this. We will work through it. It will become normal. It won't be too bad, but I hope you understand. Now, I'm excited when the hybrid model gets lifted, we can go back to something different. But for right now, I need you guys to respect that. Some other things that will be new, we'll have the virtual Mondays. So these days, very little work will ever be assigned on those days. My goal for those days is just to go over a weekly go. So be like, all right, Tuesday we're going to be working on this, Wednesday we'll be working on this, Thursday this, Friday that. So your Mondays will be more likely a day to get caught up on anything. So if you had trouble on Thursday and Friday, couldn't figure out, those would be the days to get caught up. So the only time I will ever assign anything on Monday would be like if we finished a section on Friday or Thursday, depending on when you're here, to give like a pre-assessment. Like if I'm afraid that you might not know something or you might have covered something before, I might be like, all right, guys, this is what we're doing. And then can you take this optional quiz so that I'll just give you a couple points for it. So the split days, the Tuesday, Wednesdays and Thursday, Fridays, each day will be the same whether you're in the class or not. So I'm not going to be doing like something, I don't see how this works in math. I can see how it works better in other classes, but I'm not going to be like, all right, you're going to do this here, learn this assignment in class, then practice it on home on Wednesday, because that doesn't make sense for the people who are at home on Wednesday and then they're going to come here. So assignments are going to be split. I'm going to look at my pacing that I did last year, and what I covered in one day, I'm going to split into two. So it's going to be a lot shorter. So each day there will be an instructional video already set up for that lesson. So if you are at home on that day, you can watch the video and follow the online assessment. Now, if you're here in class, I can probably, and I'm going to try different methods. I can do a screencast to the projector. We can answer, we can go over things. But if you just want to sit there and watch the video like you were doing at home, that's fine with me. The one thing about all these online assessments during the time, they will have unlimited retakes. So you can keep trying and trying until you get things done. And so that's pretty much until we take a test in here. So what we're going to do next is the class to get to know you part. Usually I do this on note cards, but we're going to try something a little bit different. I want you guys to use anything that you want. So any medium, if you want to make a PowerPoint, if you want to use a Google Doc, if you want to make anything you want, a TikTok video or something, share that to me. My email address is j_riz@lcsschools.net. And just tell me some things about yourself. What's your name, class period, who knows what that is right now, but who did you have last year for math? So what did you take? And then your favorite things, your movie, TV shows, things, clubs, activity, and then really what do you want to do next year? So if I get a lot of people in here that want to be into a business degree, I'm going to search for more business calculus examples. If I got a lot of people who want to go into engineering, I'm going to find engineering examples. So just let me know if you have an idea what you want to do next year. All right, so about me. My name's Justin Rysz. I'm originally from a small town in Ohio. I'm sorry, I just noticed this picture of me from like Christmas last year or a while ago. And then comparing to my face now, definitely the quarantine has affected the haircut. Okay, I live in Canal, Winchester with my wife, Amanda. And we have a son, Bowie. He is 3.5. So that is a pretty old picture of him. And then we are expecting a baby boy around February 18th. And so probably comes to our concern. It obviously came to a complete surprise to us, and there's several reasons why. And that's why I'm really taking. We had our first fur baby there, Ollie. He is 10.5 years old, and he is a grumpus of a mutton Chihuahua type mix. I don't know. All right, so what are some things I like to do? Some things I like to do is skateboard. I've been skateboarding since 2000, so 20 years this summer. I should probably be a lot better, but I'm not. Other things I like to do, I like to cook. Oh yeah, that is a picture of me doing a crooked guy at the canal park. So I like to cook. I do all the cooking at our house. My wife is not the best cook at all. I always tease her because first time she tried to make mac and cheese when we lived together, she didn't realize you had to drain the noodles, and she just let them keep boiling and thought it would, and put the cheese sauce in it, made like a mac and cheese soup, just thought it would like congeal together, but there we go. We're really into when we got free time, which isn't that often, watching TV, Netflix, and Hulu dramas. So Game of Thrones, super big into that. Have read all the books. Hopefully Winds of Winter comes out soon. Watch the show. Still a fan of it, even though the last season wasn't that great. The Office, still after all these years, we just rewatched The Office. My wife and I put it on every night when we go to bed. And the last 3 times we finished the series, we just started back over, so it doesn't stop. And then right now we're watching The Handmaid's Tale. That show is insane. And so usually other things I get into sports. We are season ticket holders for Ohio State football, although that is not happening this year. So hopefully you guys learn a little bit about me. You'll learn more as we move out, go throughout the year. But I'm excited to see what happens. I'm excited to get to know you guys, but I'm going to take my time, and I hope you guys respect that. All right, so best of luck. Let's do this year. We're going to have a fun year. It's going to be good. We'll make the best of it. End of the day.